Welcome to the Quantum Legacy series, where we revisit the original shortwave radio broadcasts of Dr. Robert Marshall, founder of Quantum Nutrition Labs. These episodes are a window into the early days of clean, quantum state nutrition, a philosophy that still drives everything we do at QNL today. Please note, this is archival content. Any product mentions, pricing, or special offers discussed may no longer be valid. Let's dive into this timeless broadcast and explore the legacy that helped shape the future of natural health.
Dr. Marshall's comments have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to Healthline Now, hosted by world-renowned clinical nutritionist Dr. Robert Marshall, PhD, of Quantum Nutrition Labs. He believed that the secrets of optimal health lie not within costly techniques, but in the body's own theorized energy field. Using these concepts, Dr. Marshall touched the lives of countless people throughout the globe with this effective and insightful nutritional system, a methodology he coined as the quantum nutrition effect. Don't miss this nutritional legend whose insightful ideas revolutionized natural health care. To speak with an experienced representative regarding your own health concerns, please call Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and weekends, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope you and your loved ones can experience the quantum nutrition effect. Please join us for Healthline Now with Dr. Marshall.
Welcome to Healthline Live. We're here to answer your nutrition and health-related questions with the latest discoveries of the 21st century. And believe me, there's been a wonderfully exciting explosion of information and availability of information thanks to the wonderful internet, so that things that have been known for 75 years and kept secret from us are now becoming widespread common knowledge, and this can be all the difference in the world for great health, long life, and a joy of life for you and your family. So stay tuned. Feel free to call in with your nutrition and health-related question. And, of course, you can visit us online. QNLabs.com is the website, and out there you can order product, QNLabs.com. And today we're going to have the real vitamin C. And, you know, this is kind of a funky thing. It was discovered, close to 100 years ago. And, of course, it was derived from foods. And we learned that this was one that we can't make. We need it. And vitamin C, as the years went by, maybe around 1940 or 50, somebody waved their hands and said ascorbic acid was vitamin C. The problem with that is if you buy ascorbic acid as vitamin C, when you take it within seconds, minutes at the most, it's converted to dihydroascorbate, and that is a free radical. So it goes from being a free radical scavenger to being a free radical. Now, normally, if you got this from food, you would find that it was surrounded by hundreds of milligrams of bioflavonoids. And so then what would happen is the oxidized dihydroascorbate would immediately be reduced again to the active vitamin C. And so guess what? That's what we make. We make a plant source vitamin C formula that is an antioxidant. It is immune and optimal health support. And this guy is loaded with the key bioflavonoids so that it's going to stay active in your body, and you need very small amounts then to get the kick of a mule. Quantum vitamin C complex nutrition that really, really works. So give a buzz to our order line, 800-370-3447. 800-370-3447. All right, let's go right to the phones. This is Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. This is Healthline Live. Let's go to Robert in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and he's very concerned about neurological function and wants to know what all he can do. Are you there, Robert?
I'm here.
All right, and how old a man are you, and how much do you weigh?
59. I weigh about 260 pounds. I'm 6'3".
Okay. And what would you say about your ideal weight? What do you think it should be?
175 to 199.
Okay, so let's say 200, okay? So we got to cut some weight down, and obviously, if you've been listening to this broadcast, you know that almost every neurodegenerative condition existing in America can be linked back to our diet. And the giant step you can take to change the game is to go on DHA, maybe about 10 at your main meal, and go on the biofuel diet very, very strictly, no refined oil of any kind. That will be step number one. Actually, step number one is DHA. Step number two will be the diet. Step number three will be the use of digestants. So here, from now on, you're not going to eat a cooked food meal without taking a couple of Quantum Digest. And at the end of the meal, about 4 to even 6 betaine hydrochloride. Try one, make sure there's no burning. If there is any burning, then you've got some kind of a scar or trauma on the center line, and you're going to need stomach support, and you'll need about 4 capsules as a tea for stomach support, and you would drink that before you ate. Then the HCl will work perfectly. And now we're ready to try to support, in your case, what's called the substantia nigra. And there's 3 issues here. Vitamin B6 is a big issue, but often meds will be used that are antagonize B6. So is there an option in medications? Yes. In Germany, they use something called Movigravin. I don't know what it's called here. I'd have to research it a little bit. But you may want to take a look at that and see if you can work with your medical doctor to use something that does not antagonize B6. And obviously, we want to make sure that there's plenty of B vitamins. So you want to get on something like Max Stress B and maybe take about 2 teaspoons per day, maybe even 3 because of your body size. You can mix that in 12 ounces of water and drink it after breakfast. Okay? Now, we know 2 more key issues for you. One is that the microbiome, the gut bacteria, may be inducing everything. And we don't yet know ways other than surgical ways to quickly alter the microbiome. But I do know that if you strictly do this diet with no cheating, that over a 90 to 120-day period, you can shift the microbiome, which is the supply line for the destruction of the nerve. Okay? So
yes.
This has got to be done. Now, between now and those 90 days, we need to try to minimize any damage to the brain. So taking some resveratrol, maybe 2 teaspoons per day, this can be a big help. Getting on some CoQ10 and taking about 6 at your main meal. This can also, and these are Band-Aids. These are things that are being done to control or minimize the damage till you get these other guys working the way they're supposed to. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right. This is Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. This is Healthline Live. We're answering your nutrition and health-related questions. Let's go to Cecilia in California, and she's got some blotches on her face. Are you there, Cecilia?
Yes, Dr. Marshall.
Hi, and how old a woman are you, and how much do you weigh?
I'm 57, and I weigh 135.
Okay, and may I ask your nationality?
I'm black, African.
Okay, African-American. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now, the blotches you're getting are a discoloring where it's white in certain spots or lighter in certain... Yeah, okay. That's typically linked to your pituitary. So you may have sustained a blow to your head, either front or back, in childhood or in adolescence, and it's now had 20, 30 years or more to mess you up. So you want to rule out an interference field, number one. Number two,
Okay.
you want to get on something called adaptogen. Adaptogen will promote the health of the pituitary that controls the melanin. And that's the reason you're getting the spots now and you didn't have them 20 years ago. It's the timing of the interference field. So normally we would use 3 adaptogen at breakfast, but in circumstances like this, we use 6 at breakfast. Okay? And often it'll buy you time. In other words, you'll see that it improves, but then in a few years, it'll come back at you again. Even taking this stuff. You see what I mean? So you got to get to the darn cause, and that's the interference field. And so when you call your line that can help you,
Okay. All righty.
you understand?
I guess so.
All right.
That was a lot, but I know they'll tell me, your other people will tell me again.
Yes, that's right. You can go
Where to start.
Okay, kiddo.
Where to start.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye now.
Well, you know what?
What?
My
Sure.
digestive system is off also, so I already know I need to get on the Quantum Leap digestive.
Yep, you do. And you're 135 pounds, so you're going to want 1 Quantum Digest at the start of meals unless you eat a big meal. Then you'd have to go to 2. You're at a what we call a transitional weight. So you should be able to get by with 1, but if you overeat, you need 2. So,
Okay. All right.
So 1 of those, and then the end of the meal, some betaine hydrochloride, about 2 of those. And that should work really good. Now, if there is a scar trauma on the center line that has sedated the pituitary, it may also sedate stomach. So when you try HCl, you may get burning. If you do, you got to get some stomach support and make it as a tea until you can find the scar trauma and be able to get it mud packed and eliminate it, okay? And so you would make stomach support as tea, 2 capsules. It's very simple. You pour boiling water in a cup after you've emptied the couple of capsules. You stir it, you let it steep 10 minutes, and you drink it before you eat. And now stomach tests on, and you can digest food the way you did in your 20s. Okay?
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're
Have a
welcome.
good day.
Take care. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right, this is Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. This is Healthline Live. Let's go right back to the phones here. Let's go to Suzanne in Portland, Oregon. And her body is not regulating sodium or potassium levels very well. Are you there, Suzanne?
Yes, doctor.
How old a woman are you, and how much do you weigh?
69 and 210.
Okay, well, if you're not doing it well, then you've got to get away from animal-based food. So you have to shift to a plant-based whole food diet. You can get a copy from us called the Biofield Diet.
Well, is there? I've got as far. Dwight, help me find the concept of this sodium potassium pump. But is there anything that it probably hasn't been? I mean, it's not in the literature, so you'd have to be bringing this new from your years of information. But anything that would help keep that in better shape?
Well, there's several things. Number one is getting rid of animal-based foods, going to a whole food, plant-based diet. Number two would be not using any salt at this time for a while, holding off of salt for a little while, and then obviously supporting kidney, which is the regulator, so you could get on some kidney support. At your body size, you'd probably need about at least 4 per meal to make it work. And I would also get on some of the vegetarian DHA. We call it DHA 200. Take about 5 of those at your main meal. Now those at that dose are very, very helpful to promoting best kidney function. Okay?
For the kidney, okay. And I just want to let you know I took a horrible fall accident. I tripped on something and I'd had very bad brittle bones years ago, about 10 years ago. I didn't break anything, and I felt totally headlong. So I wanted to thank you for the bone and joint.
Well, I'm delighted to hear that, Suzanne. Great.
I was too. All right. Thank you, doctor.
Take care. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right. This is Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. This is Healthline Live. And don't miss real vitamin C. This means that it's not just ascorbic acid, but it's ascorbic acid with the critical bioflavonoids that are needed to keep refreshing the ascorbic acid so it continuously is helpful in the body. Whereas if you don't have these bioflavonoids, it's a one-hit wonder. It helps a little bit, and then it's going around the body as a free radical, damaging things. So you don't want to leave ascorbic acid by itself. You really need a wonderful plant source concentrate of vitamin C, like our quantum vitamin C, which delivers really, really beneficial antioxidant, immune, and optimal health support. So give a buzz to our order line, 800-370-3447. 800-370-3447. All right, let's go right back to the phones. Let's go to Patricia in Aspen Hill, Maryland. And she's concerned vaginally. She got itching, cramping, and just kind of miserable. Are you there, Patricia?
Yes, I am.
And how old a woman are you, and how much do you weigh?
I'm 135, and I'm 65 years old, and I've done the garlicidin, digestive enzymes, and biofield diet, but it's only been 2 weeks, and I can't get rid of this.
Well, the garlicidin should be very helpful. You can also do more. If you stick to that diet and you use the garlicidin, which is a gentle, wonderful thing, I'd also get on something for the uterus, like estro support. So you kind of target the garlicidin, and at your body size, maybe about 3 per meal. And, of course, D3 would be a very important critical player for all mucosa, so we'd want to get at least 6 drops of that.
I have that. With
3 or 4 drops of limonene. I'd start using that immediately. Make sure you mix them real thoroughly before you use them. And the last thing that we need to do here is deliver a good probiotic into the area. And the way you can do this, you can actually take our probiotic support, but here your goal is to get it to the urinary tract, so you would want to swallow 3 of these, not chew them. Okay?
I've been taking probiotics, Garden of Life, 100 billion a day, plus 1 capsule of Saccharomyces boulardii ever since 2011. Could that cause an overgrowth of too much bacteria?
Well, it may not be the match for you. See, the unfortunate part of probiotics, I've never really gone into this on the air, but, you know, everybody waves their hands and tells you need lactobacillus, acidophilus, and bifido. And, you know, those are not the cultures that do the job. If you look at probiotics, there's Paracasei, there's so many things in there. Many of those are the guys that really are the worker bees in the intestine. And while bifido may be present and acidophilus may be present, they're present, according to some theories, because we eat cooked food. So, in other words, they're commensal. They're not there because they're the most important. And this is very important. So I think maybe trying a switch, if you've given that a try that long a period of time, I definitely think it's time for a switch. And there's other things you can do, but you're very irritated right now, so you wouldn't want to do them. I think what we've recommended should be, you know, something that can really promote your best structure function there, okay?
How long can I take the garlicidin, 4 caps at every
Well, you ought to see some changes in about 3 weeks.
3 weeks, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay? Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Bye now. All right, this is Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. This is Healthline Live, and we're answering your nutrition and health-related questions. Let's go right back to the phones. Let's go to Mickey in Las Vegas, and her male friend keeps getting some kidney stones. Are you there, Mickey?
Yes, Dr. Marshall.
Okay. How old's your friend, and how much does he weigh?
He is 70, probably he's about 150, and he's 6'1", something like that.
Okay. Well, the problem is twofold. First of all, he's out of digestive enzymes, so when he eats his food, bacteria in the food can set up housekeeping in the urinary tract, and that's voila, they can then start manufacturing these wonderful kidney stones. So what you can do is you can jump on something called cardio PG, and at his weight and age, you need about 3 teaspoons per day. You can mix this in about 6-8 ounces of water and drink it after breakfast. And this, used 4 months, is one of the most wonderful things I've found to promote the best health for the kidney and the urinary tract, but it may just be right back at him in spades unless from now on, when he eats cooked food, he takes digestive enzymes. So at his body weight and age, he'd need 2 Quantum Digest at the start of the meal to get the pancreatic enzymes and pepsin, and then the end of the meal, about 4 betaine hydrochloride. Why don't you stay there? We're just about out of time. Give a buzz to our order line. The number is coming up shortly. God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.
To find out more about our specials or any of our other great products, call 1-800-370-3447 or visit us online at qnlabs.com. That's 1-800-370-3447.
Thanks for tuning in to the Quantum Legacy series, your journey into the foundations of clean, quantum state nutrition. While these broadcasts were originally aired years ago, the principles shared still guide us at Quantum Nutrition Labs today. Please note, any offers or pricing mentioned may no longer be valid. If you enjoyed this episode, we'd be grateful if you subscribed, left a review, or shared this podcast with someone who values natural health. Your support helps us keep the legacy alive. To learn more about our current products and mission, visit qnlabs.com. Until next time, be well and stay connected to nature.